Students, let's look at the second type of HTML program that might be asked in the exam. You will be asked to write a HTML program to display something using CSS. What is CSS? It is cascading style sheets and it describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen, paper or media. And it is done in three methods: inline, internal or embedded, and the third one is external. First, we'll see the basic structure of HTML. This will fetch you 1 mark. In this program, we have to use internal CSS. So when is internal CSS used? When you want to apply CSS on a single document or a page, we use internal CSS. How is it done? We have to use style tag. This is a container tag and it is placed within head section of HTML. So here we have to display e-commerce having underline using internal CSS. Along with that, we need 2 sentences about e-commerce having a background color. The color is cyan. So we will write the e-commerce in H1, which is highest level heading, and the 2 sentences in the paragraph P. They both are container tags. Now we will see how the CSS is given. So you can see the style which is inside the head section. So this is a declaration block in which you can see e-commerce in highest level heading. So this is the tag or the element H1. So when we write this as selector, we will not use the angle bracket, only H1 is written with the braces, and this is the property. Text decoration, 2 words, hyphen in between, colon, and you write the value, close the braces. So this is the property. Students, you have to study the property from the textbook. Each property has got multiple values also. So here for text decoration, underline means e-commerce will be underlined. Next is this paragraph should have a background color. So what is the background color we need? It's cyan. So here P is a paragraph. So when we write it as a selector, we will remove the angle bracket. P is written, braces open. What is the property to give the color, background color? It's background hyphen color. 2 words, there is hyphen in between, colon, and the value, braces close. So in the declaration block, you can see you write the selector, which is the tag without the angle bracket, braces open, property, colon, and value. You can have multiple properties inside this braces using a semicolon. In this question, we have to write an HTML program to display T20 cricket match in bold format and Calibri font. So this is a heading. Add any 2 sentences about cricket. So this is a paragraph in orange color. We have to use internal CSS. The basic structure. Now to use internal CSS, we have to use style as a tag. This is my heading. Now this heading I have to display in bold format and Calibri font. So H1, this tag will become the selector without the angle bracket, braces open. Font weight is a property, colon, bold. There is a semicolon because there are 2 properties. To separate the 2 properties, we have to use semicolon. Font family and the value is Calibri. Now for the paragraph, P is the tag. So the selector is P without the angle bracket, braces open. The color I need for this paragraph is orange. Students, in this question, to write an HTML program to display save water, 3 properties we have to use here. Save water, which is in H1, should be blue in color, the border should be dotted, and the font size should be 30 pixels. Write 2 sentences about how to save water in a paragraph. So there is a paragraph in green color. So the text color is green. We have to use internal CSS. So this is a basic structure. We will write style inside the head section. See, save water in H1. We have a paragraph. Now this save water, which is in H1, we have to give 3 properties. Color is blue, semicolon, border is dotted, semicolon. After that, font size 30 pixels. Entire thing, H1 is the selector. Then the next paragraph, which is in green color, color is green, P as a selector, braces open, braces close. Again, it's an internal CSS question to display 2 paragraphs. We'll see the basic structure. Students, we have two paragraphs here. The first paragraph should have a cyan background color, and the second paragraph, it's yellow text color with blue background color. So both have different properties. For that reason, we cannot use P as a selector. Instead, we are going to use a class selector. So how will you use a class selector? It is written inside the style tag, which is inside the head section of the HTML. The class selector starts with a dot or period or a full stop, followed by a name. It cannot start with a number. So dot ABC, I've given the name, braces open. What is the color I want for the first paragraph? Background color is cyan. So background hyphen color, which is a property, colon cyan. For this paragraph, I need this color. So for that, P, class is an attribute which you have to use for the class selector, equal to, what is the name of the class selector? It's ABC. So dot is mentioned only once inside the style. After that, we will not mention the dot. We will just write ABC. So this paragraph will have this style, that will have a background color cyan. Now for the second paragraph, I have used dot XYZ. So that is dot and the name followed by name, braces open, the two properties, background color which is blue, color yellow for this paragraph. So P, class is an attribute, equal to, what is the name of the class selector? It is XYZ. So here you can see multiple elements can share the same class. Suppose if there is one more H1 here, and I want the H1 to have a background color cyan. So I can use H1 class equal to ABC. Till now we have seen questions with internal CSS. Again, this is a board question with inline CSS. So when do we use an inline CSS? If you want to apply CSS on a single line or an element, we use inline CSS. We see the basic structure here. In this question, we have to display digital India having underline using inline CSS. That is an H1. Add any two sentences about IT subject. It's a paragraph having yellow color background for the text. So here we can see H1. Along with that, we will use style. So here in inline CSS, we are going to use style as an attribute used in the HTML start tag. This is H1 start tag. This is the closing tag. This is P starting tag. This is the closing tag. So we are going to use style as an attribute. In the previous one, in the internal CSS, we have used style as a tag. But here style we are going to use as an attribute. So H1 style equal to, in double quotes, you are going to mention the property along with the value. So here we are going to use digital India will be underlined. So that is text hyphen decoration is the property, colon underline. There is only one property. If there are more properties, you are going to use semicolon and you are going to write the property here. In the paragraph, you should have a yellow color background for the text. So P style equal to background color yellow. This is how we will write an inline CSS. In this question, we have to display information technology in bold format and Calibri font using inline CSS. So this is inline CSS. In inline, we are going to use style as an attribute. Add two sentences about IT subject in orange color. Basic structure. Here H1 and style is the attribute equal to, in bold format, you have to write font weight is the property, colon bold, then semicolon, Calibri font. To get this font, you have to write the property called font family, colon Calibri. And this is the content, that is H1 is information technology. Now for the paragraph, which is in orange color, P style is an attribute here equal to color orange. We have seen internal CSS and inline CSS. In this question, they did not mention in which method you have to do. So it is up to you to decide whether it is internal CSS, inline CSS or external CSS. So the question is to display cyber world having Arial font and background color cyan. Two advantages having red color for the text, that's a paragraph. The basic structure. Here I have used internal CSS. So style, this is the tag within head section of the HTML. This is the H1 cyber world, and I have a paragraph here. Cyber world should have Arial font. For that, font family Arial. Background color cyan. H1 is a selector inside the declaration block, starting with braces, closing with braces. So for this paragraph, it should be in red color. So P, it's a selector, braces open, braces close in between the property and value.